Life is one big road trip, and we're going to use this metaphor of a road trip to demystify the entire concept and process of reinventing yourself or reinventing your life. And for those of you that have listened to my #1 ranked audio series on Audible called Reinvent Your Life, you have heard me talk about this metaphor. And this is such a powerful concept because the fact is, life is a journey. It's one big road trip. And for too many of us, that road trip is boring and monotonous, and I want to shake things up. I want your life to be the most exciting, exhilarating, amazing road trip that you could possibly imagine. And we're all on this big road trip. We all began at the exact same mile marker, 0. Every single year of your life is another mile marker on this twisting, amazing journey called life. For me, I'm at mile marker 54. That is how far down the road I am. And so I want you to stop and just think, okay, well, what mile marker am I at right now? And it's a useful exercise to think about it that way, because when I say to you, hey, I'm at mile marker 54, that tells me that there's a lot of road that I've covered behind me. But guess what? There is a huge open road ahead of me. And when you take responsibility for charting that course of where that open road is going to lead you, you take control of your life. That's what reinvention is all about. It's about creating a map, picking a destination, and charting your course on this road called life.
You're brave. You can't fake that. Now, and it doesn't matter what you were thinking at that moment in time. It doesn't matter if you were petrified and horrified. It doesn't matter if you were just pushed out there by pure adrenaline. It doesn't matter if you had given up on living. You're like, I don't care, I'm going to die anyways, I'm going to go. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You knew there was danger and you acted. And you can't fake that. Again, it doesn't matter what your thoughts were. You could have been like, I want to get a medal, so I'm going to route this. You still did a brave thing. Might have been for the wrong reason, but you were still brave. You could have been petrified and like, you could have thought, oh, everyone's going to think I'm a wimp if I don't do this. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. You're still brave. So you can't fake bravery. And the same idea applies to a lot of other.
Gratitude destroys the two emotions that wipe out most people's quality of life, fear and anger. Think about it. What messes up your relationship? What messes up your body? What messes up your business? Fear and anger. So if you're in a situation where you're grateful, you can't be grateful and angry simultaneously. It's gone. And instead of being grateful for some phony thing, you're remembering a real moment and you're reliving it in your body. So it activates your nervous system, not just your mind. And that's a big difference. Can't control out the outside world. You can influence it. But we can't control the inside world. And if you get yourself overwhelmed, it's because all this is coming at you. You got to slow it down, stop it, and say, now, what am I going to create out of this insanity? Because that's the great thing that happens. And I know it sounds, optimistic and I think you know me well enough. I'm not one of those positive thinkers. I've never been. I believe in intelligence. I believe in seeing things as they are, but not worse than it is. So you don't try. But then you got to see it better than it is, or you can't make it better. And then you got to go to work and get the right strategies to make it happen. Yep. So for me, it's really slow it down. And everyone needs a compelling future. What do I mean by that? Anybody can deal with a tough today if they have a compelling tomorrow. But what's happened is there are a large number of people that after the first run of 2020, we were coming into January, and I remember that, and people are like, all right, now it's a new world, it's a new life, it's going to go great. And then, all of a sudden more people died in 2021 with vaccines and with all these details that we have. And so people are uncertain. And now we got Omicron and people are making it like the Great Plague. When if you actually look at the science, the vast majority are showing it's more like a cold or a really gentle flu. But it doesn't matter. We're tracking everything now. If you imagine if we were tracking the flu constantly and where it was, we don't test everybody so we don't freak out all the time. So what are you going to do to create a compelling future for yourself?